Right now, I'm walking down the path to a castle in Scotland. There are lots of castles in Scotland, but this one is apparently haunted. Now, I don't believe in ghosts, but there is something already about this long abandoned driveway which is making me a little bit nervous. This is Kenmure Castle, and the story goes that a headless piper, a guy playing the bagpipes, walks the grounds at night. And apparently people have heard bagpipes coming from the castle, even though nobody is there. You can see it up there. Looks pretty scary. I'm nervous already. Basically, this castle doesn't look like what you might think a castle to look like, with like the turrets and the ramparts. And that is because it was renovated, and it was actually used as a hotel for a few years after World War II, but then fell into disrepair and was stripped out for all it's worth. Roof was removed and then left in ruins. It was actually built back in the early 1500s, and there was probably some kind of structure or fortification here before then, because it overlooks Loch Ken, and it's on a rocky outcrop, and it's got a really good position if you wanted to defend or survey the area. But in 1500s it was built into a proper fort, but then in the 1560s there was a famous siege of this castle, and it was pretty much destroyed. They even found cannonballs in the ruins, so they really did a number on this, trying to knock it down. And it changed hands a lot, but supposedly the family that mainly owned it, the Gordons of Kenmure, oh, that is scary looking. That is scary looking. It's very, very gothic and very imposing. Apparently the Gordons of Kenmure employed a bagpiper, as any good Scottish aristocracy would, to entertain their guests. Even Mary, Queen of Scots, is known to have visited this place of Henry VIII fame, if my history knowledge serves me rightly. But supposedly one evening he was sent to the vault underneath the castle and never returned. Another local legend suggests that I'm just thinking if I actually have the balls to camp here. I know I said I don't care about the ghosts, but it is scary looking. Oh my god. It looks like an old mental asylum. But yeah, another legend goes that he was defending the castle and lost his head in defending the castle, but always continued to patrol the grounds. Oh my god, this is such a creepy place. Well, finding a camp spot's going to be easy. I guess my tent's going to go there. But yeah, so, oh my god. The castle doesn't look like a traditional castle, like these old Roman castles and forts, some of the ones that I've actually camped in before. You can check out my old videos. Because, you know, in the 1800s, 1700s even, and into the 1900s, these old castles, when they were no longer needed for protecting the area, this kind of like clan warfare, they were renovated and restored and made into basically just shows of wealth, and they wanted to control the area, but just kind of show that they have control of the area financially. Now this place is like properly falling apart, and today the weather is absolutely pants as well. It's been pouring all day. This morning I camped just like 40 minutes away at Loch Doon, and there's a castle there which had actually completely fallen down. Well, not fallen down. The castle there was built in the middle of a reservoir, and they dismantled it piece by piece, brick by brick. Every noise, I can hear cars on the road, but every noise is like freaking me out. If I see someone here, I'm literally gonna scream so bad. I'm so nervous. The castle there, they took apart and reassembled on the shore, and this is just down the road. Now I kind of wish I'd gone camping with my friend here and left the other place last night to explore on my own, because this one I could really do with a friend. 2 people is braver than 1. Moth. This place is, I'm like almost too scared to go inside. I wonder what that is. So it hasn't stopped raining. I sat in the car for a couple hours trying to wait for the rain to pass. It's supposed to stop in about an hour. So I figured I would come and have a look and then set up. So I guess some of the walls are slightly older than the main castle itself, and I forget which one it is, but the castle's like an L shape, as you can tell. One of the wings is a lot older than the other. One of them was added on, so it used to be smaller, and then it was doubled in size. This place is creepy. Oh my god, this is a very creepy place. I left my stuff at the car in case I wanted to bail. I want to bring it somewhere where I know I've got good. I'm just expecting someone to jump out at me, like any time. My heart rate is going crazy. I'm just expecting, like, any time I look over one of these like windows, someone's gonna like pop up at me. Bam! So I have to defend myself. I know you're at home. I know you're laughing at me because it's like there's no one here. There's obviously no, serial. This is like this looks like a mental asylum. This is the thing. This is exactly the kind of place people are murdered, isn't it? Top of like the Daily Mail. English vlogger murdered in abandoned Scottish castle. Okay, I guess I gotta go inside. But my tent will be here, and I'll be cooking spam and eggs later as well. Usually I cook something fancier, but I had to buy everything I had from a petrol station today, so no meat, just spam, eggs, and I wanted to use up some cheese, and I've got wraps in the car, so yeah, budget life. I definitely don't want to camp inside it. First of all, it's incredibly scary, and second of all, that clearly fell off a roof, and as it's pretty poor weather today, I don't want to get crushed by a falling gargoyle. Okay, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna go in. I'm literally like shitting myself, to be honest. You probably don't know this, but I used to be actually a pretty good boxer. Maybe my coach will tell me otherwise. So if I see anyone or anything, just getting the left, right, good night. I don't know much about the structure of it, like what the rooms are, but I do know it's falling down. Whoa! I'm also nearly falling down. trees growing up inside it. Apparently, it's not just bagpipes player. There are also wild goats that sometimes hang around here. These huge metal girders. Definitely don't want to be standing under anything, if I can help it. This is so creepy. I'm surprised it's not covered in graffiti, which is either a good sign or a bad sign. Because usually if there's graffiti, it means people are hanging around here. But maybe there's something about the ghost story that's true. Maybe down there is into the vault where the bagpipe player went and never came back. Oh, this place is no good. This is really giving me a funny feeling. But I don't think anyone's here. That was, you know, I'm like, whoa! Almost like comedy banana peel. My main worry is not ghosts and it's not animals. My main worry is people. That's what really, where did that bloody go? My main worry is people. Like that's what I'm scared of. Someone coming out of the middle of nowhere and doing me in. Or someone like watching you, but you can't see them. My feet are soaked as well, which is very unpleasant. Okay, let's go inside the other way. The weather just got more Scottish. It's now like tipping it down. Oh. As if it could get any worse. Let's have a look. Let's have a look in through the main entrance. Do we dare to go upstairs? Okay. This place is falling apart. The vaults. I could do without something crushing me to death. Well, I'm glad this is as high as it goes. That's the view, that's the camp spot. This place is creepy. And I'm not like making it seem worse than it is for the video. The steps are just like completely folded away. There's just nothing left of them. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's get under there. It's just being completely reclaimed by nature. Holy hell. That is no good down there. That is scary. This is the sort of place where you go, you walk around and you find a dead body. Okay, back through. Okay. And it's also no good because I've been camping the last 3+ nights. No! And obviously the more tired you get, the worse everything seems. You get more paranoid, don't you? So I'm on like red alert now. Okay, this is the last part that I've not been into. Ow! Just got stung through my trousers. Now this is, ooh, I really don't like this. I have to get my torch out. I'm actually kind of glad I'm not here with my friend, because I know he would go and hide and come out of nowhere and scream. So if I hear anything, I know I need to just run. This is the scary room that I looked in from the outside. Not quite as scary. No skulls. I don't want to spend too much time in here. Oh my god. This smells horrible. This genuinely smells horrible. And that is a hook hanging from the ceiling. Chains. Oh, this room is giving me the creeps. Do not like that room. Holy hell. That is giving me bad energy. Hello? Hello? Oh my god. This is like, oh, I'm so glad. Oh, one of these hooks. That's fucked. I'm getting out of here. Okay. I feel much safer outside. That is so creepy. Oh my god. What's back into the light. Much better. Everyone in these bloody old castles must be so short, because all the doorways are so small. Okay, I did not like that area one bit with those hooks. That's like giving me awful vibes. You can see 3 stories, fireplace. No, yeah, there's a hearth and then another one up there. Then maybe another story above. Or maybe it was even 4 stories. 1, 2, you can see the go. There's 3, and then the ceiling, and then there would have been the roof. So 1, 2, 3, and a ground floor. 4-story building. I guess maybe because the wood's still here, because it has the hearth, it's in slightly better condition. The brick looks newer. Maybe this part was the slightly newer part. In fact, there's stuff down there. Probably it's just not designed to be this low, but just there's so much rubble and decay and debris. Okay, I'm getting out of there because although I'm happy I'm alive, I do not like, I do not like at all the look of those rooms. That one with the hook in, that was no good. That really freaked me out. I just had this image of like someone like going around a corner, there was someone hanging there. And it smelt not good. Like it smelt damp, but something else. What a place. And it's supposed to stop raining, but it doesn't look like it. So I think I'm gonna go back to the car, get my stuff, text someone where I am in case I never come back alive. They'll know where to look, and then I'll set up camp. There. I was just about to leave, but I can hear 2 voices. Sounds like a woman's voice and a man's voice. Now I think they're just people walking around, but it's coming from the back of the castle. So I think I'm gonna go have a look, but this is so muddy and slippery. I know I'm gonna stack it. I'm gonna end up on my ass. Oh God. embarrassed and eviscerated by ghosts. Your brain always plays tricks on you, but I like keep looking over my shoulders and I'm walking away down this big driveway, like feel like someone's watching me. But it's Sunday night, fingers crossed there's no one coming to do a satanic ritual. That's what creeps me out, like this kind of Night Stalker Zodiac killer vibes. I watched too much of that stuff on Netflix and now I'm in my own head. I'm definitely not watching it tonight. It did stop raining, but now it's re-raining again. And just as I was walking down, my feet are absolutely soaked. So I need to set up my tent now. My hat! No. This will probably be the most miserable night I've ever camped, and based on the setting, I don't think I'm going to sleep very well either. Not much more depressing than a wet tent, and that is what I've got. But fortunately, because my SD cards are almost full, I can justify going to a hostel to charge, edit, and therefore I can justify potentially not sleeping at all tonight. Okay. The tent is set up. What a spot. I keep thinking I hear voices, and some of the rustling and stuff I know is just like plants and me. But occasionally I hear like a noise that sounds a little bit like a voice. But I think it also could be my own echo or just my mind playing tricks on me. The more I look at it, the less scary it's getting. I'm getting out of my own head, because it's also reminding me a little bit like my old university lecture buildings. Because it's all been pebble dashed. It looks actually quite 60s. So I'm trying to be funny because I'm scared a lot. I'm going to retire inside the tent now because it is wet, and also the inside of my tent is very wet. So I'm just going to retire to my tent and consider my life choices up until this point that have led me to do this. It's silly really, because I'm no more safe inside a tent, but somehow you feel more safe just having walls around you. Anyway, foot fetish fans will be enjoying this moment. Look. That's how wet my shoes are. This is becoming an immensely unpleasant evening. I've decided that I'm going to sacrifice my t-shirt that I'm currently wearing in order to dry the inside of my tent so that all my other stuff doesn't get wet, because that would really ruin my evening if I'm like wet all night, and then my stuff will never dry, because I've got base layers, so I can at least swap it for a base layer. So that's the plan, and then I'll hope that the rain dies down, and if it doesn't, I guess I'm cooking in the rain. You might notice I've got my hat on here because I've decided I can't get any wetter. I'm literally soaked through. Not my upper half, because my Just Eat jacket is so good, but for sure my bottom half. So I might as well start cooking, because that might make me less paranoid. Before I start cooking, I want to tell you a story about why I'm so paranoid. And it's because when I was in, where was it, Pembrokeshire, with Liam, and it was only like a couple of weeks ago, we were in the Elan Valley. Actually, the video, as I'm talking to you now, has just gone live. The Lake Vernouillet camping video, and we were exploring that area, and there was an abandoned, no, not even abandoned, a little chapel up on the hillside. And we went in there to just have an explore around. And I walked in, door was closed, lights are off. And I might put the clip in now actually. And I walked in, and then as I'm walking around, suddenly I hear a voice come out of the darkness. And of course, that freaked me out no end. And then this guy started just like walking around like normal, but he'd been hiding in the corner of the church. And then he was sort of wandering around where we parked outside and going and then coming back and going and coming back. It was all very suspicious. And we were chatting to him, and you know, it was very strange. He had his arm in a sling, he had cuts all over his arms. He had like this green tint around his iris. He spoke with like an Eastern European accent. And, you know, I was just trying to be polite and chat with him. And he had dirty fingernails like he'd been outside. And I was just trying to have a polite conversation with him. Like, you know, are you local? You know, I thought maybe he was praying because one of his family members was in the graveyard or something like this. And he said, no, not local, you know. And we got a really bad vibe. And when we started asking questions, he started, you know, responding pretty... Well, he didn't like that we were asking him any questions at all, even though they were really innocuous ones. Anyway, we actually reported that to some people in the local area, and the warden went to check it out. I think it turned out that the guy was probably like an illegal migrant working at the hotel there. But it was giving us proper like serial killer documentary vibes. Which was no good. It freaked us both out. Sorry, I'm finding it hard to tell the story because as I'm telling the story, I'm thinking about the guy and it's freaking me out. And then I'm also here, and it's making me very paranoid. Although I am pretty certain that no one's here at the moment. But what I don't want is some kids to come around with. Like, I've seen those videos, like they go and hide up in the top of like an old abandoned building, and then they see kids coming in and they like blow a death rattle. No way, I would like run a mile. Oh my god. So I've resigned myself to the fact that I won't be sleeping tonight. So I've got the stove pumping. I got real official spam today, which cost me more than £3. And considering like a 500 grams of beef mince is like £4.50, it seems like a total scam. Usually I will do better cooking videos. As you know, cooking is a bit of a meditation for me. I made the best mac and cheese of my life yesterday. However, I'm far too paranoid to enjoy cooking, especially after thinking about that creepy bloke, which is why I'm just doing a brief overview of what my meal is and why I keep checking behind me. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not enjoying this. This is not an enjoyable experience. But hopefully some spam will make me feel better. This is so shit. It is so wet. I'm lucky I'm not cold because of my Just Eat jacket that I got on Vinted for £7, and recommend you do the same. The spam actually looks really good, to be fair. So actually I've changed my mind. But I'm just so paranoid. Please like this video and subscribe because I'm not liking making this video. I wouldn't have done this if I thought I was going to be this creeped out by it. This is also in the middle of nowhere as well, and I've got no signal. Let me get you on the spam cam here. That is pure nourishment. What a ridiculous combo. One good thing about the rain is that nobody is just going to come up here to have a look, because why would you? I know there's no one in there, or I hope so. I had a look around everywhere. So, as long as I just don't go to sleep, then I should be safe. Rookie error. Didn't wait for the oil to get hot enough for my egg, so it will stick now. Don't forget to season. Oh, the lid's on. Even though we are in a haunted, abandoned Scottish castle in the pouring rain, there is no excuse not to season your eggs. There we go. Spam and eggs. The spam looks amazing. Look at it hiding under there. Golden goodness. The eggs look alright as well. Now I'm going to put them in a wrap and sit in the dry tent. I left my ketchup in the car. That sucks. That's it. All this needs, really. I keep making myself jump because it's so quiet. Everything sounds like it's coming from far away, even if it's a really quiet noise. Like just then, I leant on my bag and I thought I could hear some mysterious rustling or something, but it was just my bag. So I still don't think I'm going to sleep. That's the only way I can convince myself to stay overnight. Guys, this place is creeping me out way too much. Like, I keep feeling like someone is looking at me from all of these dark windows, and that is just so scary. I'm 99% sure I'm alone right now, and I'm 99% sure there's no ghost. I haven't really heard anything, but the thing is, I've got no signal. I'm on my own. You can't see or hear me from the road, because it's just surrounded by trees, and there's not even any big towns around. It's just completely in the middle of nowhere. I didn't even see anyone driving on the road, so okay, I'm sure no one's going to come, but my life is not worth risking a YouTube video. It's like, once it gets dark, I can't leave, so it's not worth it for a YouTube video. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. The more I think about it, I keep going through this cycle of like, okay, no, I'm gonna be fine, and then like, whoa, no way, like I keep like twitching and feel like someone's behind me. Even I have that feeling as I'm filming it now. I'm like looking in the viewfinder, like to see if anyone's coming up from behind me. It's too fucked. Guys, I'm bouncing. I'll catch up with you in a second. I'm not hanging around. I don't want to be anywhere near that place. It is just I heard laughing, and like I couldn't place where it was from. I did not want to be there anymore. What I'm worried about is that is exactly the type of place someone who shouldn't be around normal society hangs out. That's no good. That is not, abandoned places that are like peaceful. Yeah, that's cool, but like creepy places like that, you can't see it from the road. It's not signed. Like, you have to know about it to know it's there. You can't hear anything from the road. That is just no good. And that giant, like the meat hooks in the vault in the cellar, and that weird damp smell, it was just like, that's the kind of place that like people that are up to no good or people that are going to top themselves go. I did not want to hang around there any longer. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but it's like, when you watch this video, and if I watch videos like that, I go, nah, come on, there's obviously no one there. Like, this is obviously your mind playing tricks on you. And then when you actually go, no, especially because I've not slept well in a few days. Like, I was seeing, no good. I was seeing stuff like, you look and then the shadow looks like something it isn't. That's not a good place to be. Anyway, guys, definitely gonna end it there. I'll be camping again, don't worry, and I'll be camping in abandoned places, but when I do it, it's not gonna be freaky places like that. It's gotta be peaceful vibes. If you watch my other videos, it's like I'm here for a good time. I don't want to be scared shitless. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video. I know it's a fail, but I hope you had a laugh at me, or with me. And I'll see you In the next one, my slimes,